Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Speeding?
No, it's because your intro sucks. Please step out onto the curbside.
Hey everybody, and welcome again to another week of Curbside, the podcast where we talk about cars and everything related to cars. I'm Jeffrey Lai. I drive a 2004 Honda S2000, and I am your Taiwanese American import car nerd-ish.
Yeah. What he said. Oh, I'm Parth. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? I drive a 2016 M3. Indian American. If you don't remember this, go back to the first podcast. It was pretty fun, the first podcast, Jeff.
Yeah, I liked it. It went really well-ish, kind of.
Tons of listeners.
Yeah. One or two. Shout out to, my friend and buddy Andrew who tuned in and listened.
Let's be honest, Andrew didn't listen to the whole thing, and if he did, he just had it on the background.
Which is fine.
All good, Andrew. We're good with that.
But right now, here in SoCal, it is currently outside let's check the temperature.
What is this, the Weather Channel? What?
It's 93 degrees outside right now. And the thing I like about SoCal, during the summers, I could drive with my top down at night. Other places you'd be freezing your nipples off, but me, man, it's so nice. So I wanted to get off starting talking about what has been your favorite drive, Parth?
Favorite drive?
Yeah, like a golden drive that you've had.
Golden drive. Damn, dude, that's a good question. See, up here we do have a ton of nice driving roads. We got the one, which you guys call, the Pacific Coast Highway down there. We call it the one up here. And, so anytime you're on the one, it's fantastic. But I gotta say, this is the one that we do most often is, anybody here listening in the Bay Area, they probably know this, is the classic 84. 84 up to La Honda, out to the coast. And then, stop by Alice's, get a coffee, get some breakfast on the way there. That's always a fun drive. And the best part is Alice's, Jeff, I don't know if you remember, we went there. It meets at a crossroads. It's kind of like in the intersection of two roads is the intersection of 84 and 35. And 35 as well, it's fantastic. It runs right along the ridge of the mountain. And beautiful views of the Bay Area, beautiful views of the coast. And, those are fantastic drives, but all-time favorite drive. That's tough, man. That's tough. I will say one thing. The drive that's been one of the most memorable for me has been up past, if anyone knows where Bodega Bay is. Bodega Bay on Highway 1. If you go past it, go past a little town called Jenner. And you keep going. You go past another little town called Sea Ranch. And there's a stretch of road, Highway 1, from Sea Ranch to Fort Ross, which it doesn't really go anywhere because it's kind of like the type of road where you can take the one, or for people like we talked about last week who like to go from point A to point B, you can just go a few miles inland and take Highway 101. So nobody's really taking the one there unless they want to take the one. So not too many people out there, and honestly, some of the most unbelievable views that you can ever see on that road. And the road itself is fantastic. And what you do is you take it all the way up to Fort Ross, and you drive your car out to the lighthouse over there. And, you just kind of chill there for a bit, and you come back. But, it's kind of a trek, so usually, last time we did that, we were staying up at my dad's friend's place. He has a little cabin in Sea Ranch. And, dude, it's an unbelievable drive. And nobody's there. There's nobody on the road. And CHP knows there's nobody on the road, so there's never any cops out there either. We don't recommend speeding.
No speeding.
We don't do that. But that is one of the nicest roads that I've had, and one of the most memorable roads that I've driven on.
Was there like any specific like moment or time that you drove that you can remember?
It was sunset. It was sunset, and I just remember it being absolutely just stunning. And yeah, that's it, man. That's pretty much it. It's just we're spoiled out here with all these roads, you know.
Yeah, California.
California in general, exactly, dude.
From the south to the north, dude. If you make that drive, like
Yeah,
if
man.
you don't take what was it, the 5? That's boring.
Oh yeah.
You just got to take the 1.
Yeah, I mean 101's a little bit better. You know, you're saying, all right, you know, I'm okay with seeing some views, but if you're taking the 1 all the way, because 1 starts for you guys, again, because you know you got to get past LA, get past Thousand Oaks, and what comes after Thousand Oxnard and all that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the 1 starts almost near San Luis Obispo. So if you take the 1 all the way from San Luis Obispo up to about Santa Cruz, you know, doing that SoCal to NorCal trip, honestly, that is also that's probably the best drive in the world. You know, people say, oh, there's other places, you know, Top Gear's talked about Stelvio Pass and that, but dude, doing the 1 from San Luis Obispo all the way up to Santa Cruz, it's spiritual, man.
I mean, there's no corners on it. Really,
No.
it's just one big straight line. But it's what you see. Like
Seriously.
going past up slow and all that. You see the ocean. You see mountain. Especially when the sun is going up or down. Like all of that. You want to know what my favorite drive was? I think it was one time where I was dropping you off at the airport.
Okay.
At LAX from school. It was early morning. Right, it was early morning was when your flight was.
Okay.
And we took the S2K. You know, somehow fit you and all our and all your luggage in the S2K.
Yeah.
Which was fun.
Yeah.
The lid almost didn't close.
Yeah.
But I dropped you off, and Parth and I, we used to go to school by the ocean, which, you know, spoiled, nice,
We went to Pepperdine.
which is in Malibu.
Yes. Save the spoiled comments for somebody else, please. Still paying off them loans there, Jeff.
Please listen to our podcast so we can pay off these loans. But yeah, I was driving back, and in order to get to school, you have to again take PCH, and
Or the 1 for NorCal viewers, listeners.
Yeah. And this was early morning, and by the time I was driving back, it was probably like 9 or 10 ish, and I just had top down, driving down PCH, no traffic, nice sunny day that wasn't too hot, and I had playing on the radio, not technically the radio because ain't got no Bluetooth or anything, but I had playing the Kanye song "Good Morning."
Oh.
You know, yeah, you know how that goes, right?
I know how that goes, dude. I'm a big Kanye fan, by the way. Kanye, shout out if you ever listen to this. He's not gonna listen to this. Two idiots talking about cars.
But yeah, dude, driving down, I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I stopped by McDonald's.
This
And
dude
that
loves
was
his
nice.
McDonald's.
Man, if you hungry and you on a drive and there's nothing open, McDonald's is the way to go. Not sponsored by McDonald's.
I guess McDonald's, let us know.
Yeah, dude, like that was like by far, I think, the one that stands out in my head.
Nice.
Listen, I know a lot of people aren't fans of convertibles, and they might look like bathtubs on wheels.
No, dude. No, you know what people say about convertibles? And I mean, people who don't know cars like convertibles. Let's get that straight. People who don't know cars love convertibles. They love to buy anything in a convertible. Freaking Subaru convertible. No, Subaru doesn't make convertible. Saab used to make a convertible.
Clearly you
BMW
don't know cars
convertible.
either.
Yeah, I don't know cars either. And I bet you Nissan make a convertible? They probably did. And
Yeah, no, the 350Z convertible.
Oh yeah, exactly. There you go. So you know, there's all these cars that are like not really car people cars, but they're in convertible. You know why? Because people love convertibles. You know who doesn't like convertibles? These car guys who go, I don't want to buy a convertible because it's heavier and I'm gonna lose, you know, rigidity and torsional strength, and it's gonna ruin my lap times. Like, you go to the track every day, bitch. You don't go to the track every day. Shut your mouth. You probably have no idea what difference it'll even make. Get that shit out. I hate that shit, Jeff. People go like, I'm gonna buy me a nice, like, really fast sports car. I don't want to get a convertible though, because it's just the performance is not as good. I'm gonna lose the rigidity. Hey, shut the hell up, man. If you like the convertible it looks, go get the damn convertible. Like, what? That's such bullshit. You know that? Like, probably 0.5% of people can actually tell the difference. And, that's the thing that I don't like. If you don't like how a convertible looks, that I understand. But for people who go like, they enjoy the convertible lifestyle, and when they drive it, they love convertibles, but then they don't buy it because they're like, performance. Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm glad we share the same view on convertibles.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Thank you, my fellow brethren.
To be honest, though, I used to be one of those people. But I have realized that I have nowhere as near good enough to tell the difference.
Well, I mean, like, yes, I'm such a pro driver that I'm going to tell the 300 to 700 pound difference in my car.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't buy it, bro, because the strengthening beams. Bro, shove that beam up your ass. What am I going to do with that, dude? Like, you're tell me you're going to tell the difference between a convertible and a coupe? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. We are not good enough drivers to tell that difference. I'd rather be enjoying the sound of the engine and the open air and the unlimited sky than having to deal with your bullshit ass statement about strengthening beams.
Yeah, dude. I mean, okay, to be fair, if you are like a super pro driver and you can feel the difference and whatnot, and your thing is performance over anything, then fine. Like,
you better be going to the track every day, bitch.
Like, if that's your thing and you don't like convertibles because of that, it's okay. But I mean, like, people have it in their head that people buy convertibles because they want to be looked at.
Oh, okay, I get kind of flashy.
Right? Yeah, like people say like, oh, they just buy it because they want to be looked at, and they're like, oh, no one wants to look at you and your ugly face. Okay, I understand if I'm driving in a convertible, people around me might not be pleased because of how I look, but I buy the convertible not for other people. I buy it for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Screw everyone else.
You have experience with convertibles, don't you, Parth?
Yeah.
What convertible do you have experience with?
Yeah, red sports car.
Ah, yes, a red sports car. Right?
Yeah.
And what kind of red sports car?
It has V8.
V8, okay.
Yeah.
Engine in the front?
In the middle.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prancing horse as a badge?
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, Jeff?
How is that experience?
That's the only way it should be bought. That's the only way, dude.
People gotta give some, like, love to convertibles.
Okay, one thing I will agree with, if you buy M4s, M3s, the E90s, M3s.
Yeah.
Because, you can't call an F80 an M3, you gotta call it, an F82 an M3 as it's an M4. So anyway, M4 convertibles and M3 convertibles, that I don't understand, because they don't even look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you buy a convertible, I think you should at least look good as a convertible.
Yeah.
On those ones, it literally looks like they chopped the top off and put a convertible roof on it. So those ones I understand, and those ones I will throw some shade on. And the market talks for itself. Those cars always depreciate faster than the coupes.
Yeah, they don't sell very well.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's pretty fun to drive those cars with the top down, but I just can't get over how they look. They don't look good at all to me. Like, it just looks like a cop out of an M car, And
they do have those, like, crinkle top, like, hard shelled convertible roof things.
Yeah, which was kind of, it's like, you're gonna be like your contradiction, but that does add weight.
We are very not flip floppy on this podcast, guys.
No, but the main reason, like, I don't agree with like M car convertibles or even like AMG car convertibles, like AMG is specifically like the C63. They don't look good as convertibles. They don't, and it's like that one you buy it because like I'm trying to show off. Like that's what I feel. You want to buy
that with wind in your hair?
Nah. Nah. I mean, this is a stigma, and probably could be wrong, but whenever you see like an M car or an AMG car as a convertible, you're like, you bought that because of what it is, rather than you enjoy driving or enjoy what you can do with that car. You know, that one's just kind of like, yeah, I'm trying to flex a little bit. Let me just get a convertible M. You know, that's what I was saying. Because you see those people, like the people who drive those convertible ones, and I'm not saying all the time, but usually those guys don't really understand what they have. You know, the type of people that their M4 never went above, 90 miles an hour. So, I don't know. Those are the only ones
we don't
that I feel.
condone speeding.
Yeah, we don't. We don't condone speeding. Don't do it. We have never done speeding. Done speeding.
Yeah, no, dude. Okay. Like, okay, well, to be fair, there are a lot of garbage convertibles out there.
Oh, you know which one? The Chrysler Crossfire, bro? Oh, my God.
Hey, man, but that one looked better as a convertible, though.
What?
You liked it as a hardtop?
I didn't like it at all, so...
Exactly, okay? It's like, they made the turd a little better, but still.
I guess. I mean, it's just kind of like... Yeah, if you bought that one's kind of like, I bought a turd car and I want to show the world what kind of person I am. So look at my face. I'm the kind of person who buys a turd car.
Nah, dude. You got it all wrong, okay? You think that's bad?
Yeah.
You know what else is bad? The PT Cruiser convertible.
Oh my God, dude. I forgot they even made that.
That thing has a hoop in the middle of it.
Yeah, dude. Well, what do we do in the news section? I want to do the news section.
Okay, well... Before we get to that, let's go to our sponsored break. Okay, welcome to our sponsored break. I didn't think I explained this last time, but we do this because we don't have actual sponsors. But just to give you guys a bit of a break between what we're talking about, so you guys don't get tired. But anyway, to this week we are
So they don't get tired. What the hell are we? Huh?
I mean, we're still talking.
We're the ones talking.
This.
They just have to sit there and listen. They got the easy job, and you know what? They can't even do that. Sorry, I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
Oh, really not mad, huh?
Yeah. Has anyone, just kind of a spin off of that? Has anyone seen, I don't know. Have you seen it, Jeff? The artist. His name is Joyner.
Joyner.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen his music video.
Oh yeah.
I'm not racist. Like he says a bunch of racist stuff, and he goes, "I'm not racist." Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a fantastic music video. That just kind of reminded me. What I said reminded me of that.
Wait, how?
Because I was like, I'm not mad.
Oh, okay.
But I am mad,
I'm like, yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's like, I'm not mad, but I am mad. And, it's like, he's not racist, but he's obviously racist.
I was like, how does that have anything to do? Anyway, this week's show is sponsored by Contradictory Statements.
Yeah, we're expert on those.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, because of that first part of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, let's get back to talking about cars.
Yeah. Now that we got you loose, I can hear the birds waking early to saying that it's never too soon. Can I say the news?
Yep, you can.
All right, exciting news. So, have you seen the new Lamborghini?
There's a new Lamborghini.
There's a new big Lambo.
It's about time.
When
did the Aventador come out?
Okay, so funny story about this. This is typical Lamborghini. So the Lamborghini was going to reveal this car, and they call it the Lamborghini Cyan or Cyan. It's not Cyan. They can't make it a Cyan. It's probably Cyan. Let's go with Cyan.
Not a Scion?
No, dude. Don't insult Lamborghini. It's Lamborghini's most powerful and most fastest ever.
Okay, so when is it not?
And it's only 63 examples will be made of it. So it's a V12 hybrid power, 807 horsepower, and a claimed 0 to 62 of 2.8 seconds with a top speed of 218 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Jeff, if you haven't seen a picture of this car yet, go type it in right now.
Okay, what is it called?
Cyan, S-I-A-N. Look at the front end.
That looks like it belongs in a video game.
Look at those headlights, bro.
Hey, man, if you guys haven't seen this as well, y'all have to look it up right now. Because it looks like it could be the cover for the next Gran Turismo game.
Except this is a IRL car, dude. This car is gonna be in production. So anyway, so the funny story about this one.
Lights.
So funny story. In typical Lamborghini fashion, they were about to unveil this car at some event or something or the other. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
But Lamborghini themselves accidentally leaked a photo to some forum or something, and everyone's like, "What is this? What is this? Like, is this a Lamborghini? What Lamborghini is this? You know?" And Lamborghini was like, "Oh shit." So they were just like, "All right, screw it, reveal the whole car." And so like a few days before the actual reveal, they revealed the car. And then they revealed it again at the actual reveal. So
nice.
In typical, like nobody else except that they leaked it themselves.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, but I'm glad they did, dude. Who cares? That's just typical Lamborghini. But if it means typical Lamborghini looking like this, yeah, I can get behind that, my guy.
V12.
V12 800 V12 hybrid.
12 hybrid. So this isn't a.
I guess it's not like a mass production quote unquote car.
Okay, so it's not like a replacement for the Aventador,
right? I don't know. I mean, 63 examples.
Yeah, Aventador is usually the mass produced one.
Yeah, but I'm guessing like whatever replaces the Aventador is gonna be kind of like a watered down version of this. But I'm glad Lamborghini makes cars like these. Are you not?
Right? No, I am definitely, because they have designed this car clearly with like the idea of like
screw safety and screw you efficiency.
Screw you, normal, boring design.
Yeah.
We're going to put as many lines on this as possible.
It's freaking gorgeous, dude.
Jeez.
Like
that's what a Lamborghini needs to be. Just insane.
Yeah. Like, that is poster worthy. And that's what every 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old is going to have hanging on their walls now.
Right? I mean, like, you look at it, like, I don't care if it performs like garbage. Okay? I don't care if it's
which
slow.
It probably won't.
Yeah,
judging
but you
from
just look
the
at
talk
it.
Remember we talked about last week, the SVJ?
Yeah.
Yeah. So judging by that, I'm guessing this thing will also have something to show when it pulls its pants down.
Times are changing though. It's a hybrid.
Yeah. Oh, the biggest news though, even bigger than Lamborghini.
Okay.
Did you hear about what Bugatti just did?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
I saw it this morning.
You did.
We have finally made it. What have we finally made, Parth?
304 miles an hour in a Lamborghini, Bugatti Chiron.
We have broken the barrier.
That's insane,
Cars
dude.
have broken the 300 mile an hour barrier.
Airliners take off at about 150.
And a car has gone double. 300 miles an hour is like, that is what you expect planes at.
Yeah. Like in cruise flight. Like this is yeah.
Saying we just set off at 300 miles an hour. Like where could we get in 1 hour?
Oh dude, whatever's 300 miles an hour. I can get to LA in an hour. But they said it's like a near production spec. It's slightly different. They did a few modifications to it. What they did exactly, I don't know. Looking at if you've seen the pictures of it, the tail end kind of seems a little longer. Like, it's not as kind of... Like, it seems like the tail was extended. So that looks a little different. The exhaust looks a little different. But besides that, dude, like, it's a production car. Dude, so the tires that they use for it, they use Michelin Pilot Cup 2s. They were X-rayed with it.
Yeah, I heard.
Were X-rayed before being selected to be used on the car.
They had to figure out if there was any, like, little micro cracks or anything in them. Because that was one of the biggest things that was holding them back originally from 300 miles an hour was because
tires.
They couldn't really find tires that would last. And, when those pop at 300 miles an hour, that's not a fun time.
Yeah. And, like, that's the thing that, like, a lot of cars these days, dude, the cars are getting beyond what tires can handle. Tire game is not catching up to what cars are becoming. And it's kind of sad, It's like, but it's tough. Like, how much can you do with some rubber?
Right? Like, we've got to come up with something else.
Yeah, like, Jesus. So, other news, BMW in their typical fashion, their 2020 M4, they're launching what's called the M Heritage Edition.
M Heritage.
So it's supposed to be the send-off for the M4 because, the M4 production is ending 2020.
Really?
Yeah, because they're going to come out with the new whatever, M car will be, the G series or whatever it is. So
The G series?
yeah, they're going to G now for M.
For M? What? Why?
M3 for M3, specifically M3, M4.
They're going to... What? But M has always been...
No, dude, like, it's going to be M. But you know how, like, this generation is the F80, F82?
Oh,
so
okay,
the new
okay.
generation will be like the G something, so the G series.
I'm like, no, we are not having a BMW G3.
Oh, no,
and a
no,
G4.
dude, that would have been big news, even bigger than Bugatti.
Right. We are not having Macintosh computer names for
No, but,
BMW.
Special edition in typical BMW fashion, it just has a little bit of extra colors and special leather and, special stuff. And only 750 of these will be made, and it'll probably cost double the price of a regular M4.
Yes.
So, because BMW.
Yeah. Honestly, you just pay for the number at that point.
The one of 750.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is that the door sills will have one of 750 on them. So you can remind yourself why you paid double the price of it. I'm guessing it's double.
That's what I paid for.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't get scratched off or anything, because then you lose half the value.
Yeah. I haven't seen any prices or anything, so no idea how much more it is. But knowing BMW and how BMW works, it's probably quite a bit more expensive.
You know how last week we were kind of like joking around about what we should shove inside, shove the Hellcat inside? The Hellcat engine inside of?
Yeah.
One of the parts I had to cut from last week's episode, because that bit was getting way too long, was to shove the Hellcat engine in Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying to me that's not a very good idea, because, 700 horsepower off-roading.
Don't tell me that they came out with a Jeep with that much horsepower.
Now, I want you to go... There's a Jalopnik episode. A Jalopnik article that reads this. This is the title, okay?
Okay.
This Arizona dealership is asking $148,000 for a Hellcat-swapped Jeep Gladiator.
Oh, very nice.
So not the Wrangler per se, but the pickup truck version of that.
Okay. Close enough, I guess.
Man, it's time to go for some hardcore off-roading in that.
Yeah, dude, what the hell? All right. Well, I guess you learn something and you're proven wrong every day, so.
Yep. That's what I want for a 4x4. If I go on the Rubicon, I'll be flying over that.
Yeah.
With boulders in front of you? Nah, that's not boulders. Those are ramps.
Oh my god. You know what's funny to me though? Like
What?
this past week, like just looking at car stuff. How many articles there have been about this is gonna happen in the new Corvette? We talked about the Corvette last week.
Yeah.
How they go like,
Yeah,
the new Z06 and the new ZR1. Well, they'll be like this, and then they'll have this kind of engine, and they'll have expected this much horsepower. And I'm like, dude, people are already excited for the Z06 and ZR1, and the actual freaking car, the regular Corvette, hasn't even dropped yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. And the funny thing is, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I was like, dude, the Z06 is going to be insane on this one. It's so much hype for this car, and I think there's already more hype for the Z06 and the ZR1 than the regular car.
I mean, seriously, dude, because, let's talk about this new Corvette, okay? It's basically a mid-engine supercar.
Yeah.
And they revealed the price, right?
Yeah.
They said under 60,000, which was...
Yeah, go ahead, tell
50. I think it was like 59,995, wasn't it?
Yeah.
$5 under 60,000. But still, it's no slouch, too. Do you remember the performance figures on it?
Well, actually, I just found it. It's it claims, they haven't tested it yet. Claims 0 to 60 of less than 3 seconds, and 495 horsepower with a 8-speed dual clutch, and only dual clutch, no manuals.
We're kind of out of that period of manuals, which is sad.
Yeah, but at the same time, I get it. Do you really want to be controlling like a rocket ship with an abacus?
Yes, I do.
No. No.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh my god. Because that's what it is like these days. People, I drive a manual. My M3 is a manual. I love it. It's fun. But at the same time, these people go like, yo, the manual's gone. Okay, it's gone, but please look at the car. Do you want to be controlling all this horsepower with a clutch and a lever? I don't think so. I don't think that'll be good. First of all, I don't think you'll even get the full thing out of the car. Like, people go like, oh, Ferraris, the last good Ferrari they made was a 430 because that was available in a manual. Bro, do you really want to be controlling up more than 500 horsepower with a lever and a pedal? No. And these days, with the 488, like, pushing 600? No. Dude, this is insane.
What are you talking about, Parth? You don't want to control the 300 mile an hour Chiron with the manual?
No, it doesn't fit the character of the car properly.
You don't want to take that risk?
No.
Dude, like, I get that. Like, I totally get that.
No.
And manuals don't sell very much anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not very smart for a car company to do that. But one thing I'm going to miss about manuals in supercars? Those gated shifters.
The gated shifters, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Like the gated shifter in the R8?
Yeah.
Oh, that one looks nice.
That was
it looks
nice.
like it would feel so nice. Just push into gear and push out of gear.
Yeah.
But okay, back to talking about this Corvette, okay? It was $59.95 for a 500 horsepower, less than 3 seconds to 60 supercar.
Yeah.
That just that might have crapped over a lot of things.
I mean, we can't even say enough on it because we can't. Like, the media's already blown it up. Like, if you want to know how crazy it is, just go type in 2020
Right?
Corvette. That's it.
It looks good
Yeah.
from certain angles.
It looks pretty good in general.
It does, but like at the pictures you look at it, it kind of like some of the wheels it has on it, it could use some mods, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just wait till the Z06 comes out.
Exactly.
It's gonna look insane with the Z06, dude. Like, these Italian car guys, these manufacturers, they need to do something about their prices.
America. Like, it's always been the thing about the Corvette that it's almost America's supercar,
Yeah.
except it always had a front engine, which kind of made it more like a sports car.
Yeah.
But now it's a mid-engine car.
Yeah.
So, and when the Z06 and all that comes out, Porsche's going to have a lot of fun with their 911.
Yeah, Porsche, you have fun with your 911. You keep doing that, putting the engine in the wrong damn place. Can y'all get over your shit already? Obviously, it was a bad idea. You just seem to perfected it. Put the GT2 RS engine in a Cayman, and then come back. Dude, I feel like the Cayman's the neglected child of Porsche.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's got all this potential. Like, you could go to a nice college, you could go to, an Ivy League school.
It's like the kid with a 200 IQ, but you don't send him to the nice school because you don't want him to be better than the bigger brother. No, we can't send you to UC Berkeley because you can't be better than your brother, even though you're smarter, better looking, and everything else. That's what Porsche's doing to the Cayman. They should just sell the brand to somebody else and let him take over. Like, the new GT4 that's coming out, sick. Looks cool.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. 420 horsepower, 420, and like.
That's his process.
Jeff's a little slow here, everybody. But look at it. Like, besides like small subtle changes, it doesn't look any different.
Like, I do like the way the current 911 looks, though. Like,
okay, good for you. But the Cayman could be like the next like big thing for Porsche.
Another thing I want to talk about. Have you heard of this Volvo subscription service?
Subscription service, is that where like you can just like get your car and like return it whenever you want?
Yeah. It's called Care by Volvo. And for like a monthly fee, you could just get any car you want and then return it for whatever you want, right?
Okay.
Which I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, the idea is nice, but I want to know how much they're charging per month.
That's actually a good question.
Because does it make sense to do that, or should I just go lease or buy a car? Ability to upgrade to a new Volvo after 12 months, 15K mileage allowance per year, and you can do it online or via the app, and fast delivery. You can get it as little as 2 to 4 weeks. Wow.
And it says right here for cross country, $750 a month.
What? Can't you lease it for cheaper, dude? See, here's the thing with Volvos, because I'm guessing, is this through Volvo or is it through dealers?
This is straight through Volvo.
So that's the problem with this thing. Because if you go through a dealer, right?
Yeah.
Volvos have heavy discounts all the time.
Yeah.
On leases and buying in general, but leases. I bet you can get this V60 cross country, which is $750 a month.
Yeah.
You could probably lease that for $500 or less even. Like that's that. Like, okay, I guess the ability to change a car every 12 months, that's nice. But you get a lease with possibly higher mileage.
But here's the thing, though, okay?
No.
Dealers are pissed about this.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Dealers are mad.
I think it's time to go lease a Volvo.
So do you know what's going on?
No.
Dealers in California
Uh-huh.
are basically narking to the DMV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going, hey, DMV, Volvo's not doing this. It's illegal. They're not supposed to be doing this. La 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 la.
Yeah.
So the DMV now is kind of trying to go looking into it.
Uh-huh.
The thing about this, okay, dealers getting angry kind of makes me happy.
Yes, because the whole car buying system has, never changed.
Yes. And honestly, buying a car, the current situation of buying a car from a dealer is complete garbage.
Yeah.
I spend a whole day there. I'm trying to just buy a car, and then you're just stalling my time. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting angry, and they're just trying to nickel and dime me for everything.
Yeah, but at the same time, if the manufacturer's going to come up with prices that are a lot more than what dealers would sell it to you for.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the up and down about it.
Dealers.
We do get good prices because they can, they get it for a cost and they sell it to us for a sort of
certain amount of profit.
discount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is nice, is because we could haggle. But here's the thing, though. Here's another thing that dealers do that piss me off.
Oh.
You know those special sports cars that come out once in a while?
Yeah.
You know the Ford Focus RS?
Are you talking about
the Honda Civic Type R?
The young markup?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me started on markup. I'm going to rip Porsche a new one.
Freaking the Ford Focus RS. Okay, it came out.
Yeah.
What was it? 35 grand. Reasonable. Makes sense. Would buy. Dealers marked that thing up 20 grand.
That's funny.
It ended up being a 60 grand car.
You know what I think is funny? That ain't shit compared to what Porsche does. You know what Porsche does, dude? It's actually becoming so bad that Porsche owners are like, you gotta start telling these dealers something, or we're gonna start buying Porsches, dude. When the 3RS came out, the 991.2, when that came out, we went over to the dealership and we're like, let's go check out the new GT3RS. Let's see how it looks. They were asking $65,000 over.
65,000? What?
$65,000 over. And that's not fun. That's not the end of this. So just out of curiosity, I called around other dealerships in California asking about if they have any markups. I'm trying to see if somebody can sell one at MSRP, right? I call one dealership in SoCal somewhere. I think it was Thousand Oaks something. I'm like, hey, you guys got a markup on your 3RS? They're like, yeah, we do got a markup, but there's a room for negotiating. Cause I was like, we're looking for a 3RS. I was making shit up. I was looking for 3RS, but I'm paying MSRP. Like, that's it. But so they're like, that we do have a markup. One place was like, we're asking 75,000 over, but there's room for wiggle. Buy a
Boxster for that,
dude. They were like, there's wiggle room though. I'm like, you want me to negotiate on the markup? I was like, they want to negotiate on the markup. Let's forget even about going under MSRP. So Porsche is notorious for this, and I think they are the worst for this. Horrible. Like the new GT4 that's coming out next spring. go to a Porsche dealership, easy 40 to 50K over. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised. That it's so bad. And the worst part is, unless you have some sort of standing with Porsche, like you bought some Porsche from them before, or you bought a GT before from them, you're paying that a markup. The only people that don't get that markups who have the connects. You know, they have some people they know at the dealership, or, you know, they have a good relationship with the dealer. Besides that, you're paying that over. Or you wait a few months until it's like, you know, done, and you buy a used one for hopefully around what the car was supposed to sell at. So Porsche is the absolute worst in this. Like, other companies do too. You know, I remember the Ford, the Supra, the Hellcat when all came out, but Porsche is absolute trash when it comes to this shit. Like, they need to figure out a way to tell their dealers that if you guys mark these cars up at all, you're not getting them. You're not getting any allocation for it. Like if I was Porsche, I'd be like, if you guys sell this car over MSRP, you're not allowed to get any GT models from us for like 2 years.
You know, that's what Honda did with the Type R.
That's what, yeah.
Because they marked it up 20 grand, and that makes the Type R basically a 50 grand car.
Yeah.
50, 60 grand car.
Which it shouldn't be.
And Honda's like, what the heck are you doing? We're not going to sell any. So all the dealerships who were marking up cars, they were like, you don't get any.
Yeah.
You don't get any of our Type Rs. You're not allowed to sell them if you're going to mark them up that much.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. Like, that's what these freaking manufacturers need to do. Porsche, you know, they're trying to out there competing with Ferrari and all these high-end exotics. Get your shit together first, you know, if you want to do that. Like, bring the same level of business excellence that you do to your cars. Like, what's the point of having your, you know, GT3 RS, you get the performance of a 488, but at half the cost? Yo, bruh, what's the point if I'm paying 75K over? That's almost the same price.
And also, like, I feel like it's especially worse for, like, cheap car companies. These, like, Ford, Honda, Toyota.
Yeah.
Like, because as enthusiasts, we're begging for these cars.
Yeah.
Begging for, like, if we don't have a lot of money, sports cars that are affordable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we'll buy them, okay, if they're affordable. But then dealers go and mark them up.
Yeah.
And then they don't sell.
Yeah.
And look what's happening. They're not making the Ford Focus RS anymore.
Fuck you,
Because
dealerships.
they're never sold. Right?
Fuck you, Ford dealerships.
They straight up, they're just killing the enthusiast market because it's like, well, we're not selling, so why bother making it?
Bastards. Tesla has, you know, it's different, but Tesla's got it right from the get-go.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, you probably can't negotiate with them because they don't have dealers.
Yeah.
They just sell at stores. But it saves you that trouble, and it saves you, like, dealers
But, like,
screwing
it's
up your market.
like, I don't understand that part about this. Like, it's like car buying in the United States has not evolved in the last, like, million years.
Yeah.
But, you know, everything else, like, haggling in our culture, you know, in Asian culture and Indian culture, that's a thing. Like, we haggle for everything, right? But
we haggle for food.
Exactly. But you come to the U.S. and, you know, you walk into a Walmart, you're not going to be negotiating. You pay the price. And that's how most of things are in the United States. But car buying is like, you can get screwed if you don't negotiate. You know? And it's like, why is it like this? Why can't the manufacturers sell their own cars? Okay, yeah, there's a lot more cost, a lot more overhead to it. You know, they'll have to make their own stores and then have to hire their own employees and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, like, if, you know, all right, so say, you know, there's Volvo. Take Volvo, for example. They're doing this, you know, $750 a month on their V60 cross country. Reduce that to, say, like $700 a month. Because you know that you could get that for a lot less through a dealer. But now you're selling it direct to the buyer and reduce the hassle. Get that dealership shit mentality out of there where everyone's trying to sell you something and trying to make a buck off of you. This is the price for the car. If you can afford it and you want it, you buy it. If you don't buy it.
Yeah.
So I feel like car companies themselves, they would make more money doing it that way if they just started doing this. But the problem is, like, the dealership industry in this country has become so big. Like, it's its own lobby now. They'll do whatever it takes to keep their own stuff alive, like you said with the DMV stuff.
Also, just to tack on something, another reason why I wanted to bring up the Volvo subscription car thing is because Volvo's owner, right, current owner, the Chinese company Geely.
Oh, yeah?
They're doing another company called Link & Co. Okay, and it is also a vehicle subscription service. It's like a month-to-month thing. They just released a car, and it's broken the record for being the fastest front-wheel drive car and the quickest four-door car.
What the hell?
The Nürburgring. Yeah, but the reason why I wanted to bring this up is you got to take a look at this.
All right, what is it called?
It's called Lynk & Co. LYNK and Co. Just look at the pictures. It looks like a giant mashup.
What the hell is that? What the?
The back of it looks like an Audi. The front bottom part looks like a Charger.
The top part looks like a Kia.
Yeah. It's like just a big like smorgasbord.
It's like the greatest hits of the 2000s or something.
Right? All mashed up into a thing.
What the hell? Yeah, it looks like a Dodge Dart, like the bottom half of the front.
Yeah.
And the top half looks like a Kia. And the side of it looks like a Lincoln. And the back of it looks like an Audi. What the hell, dude? Yo, the Chinese are... They're interesting.
They're interesting.
Yeah.
They're making big moves. Big interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are currently up to an hour, which means it's time to wrap things up. But before we go, just wanted to mention some big news that happened, I think, last week and this week. So last week, CEO of Volkswagen for a long time, Dr. Ferdinand Piëch, passed away. And I'm sure you know about this guy, Parth.
Yeah.
He was the crazy visionary of the car world, right?
Yeah.
He was what brought us the VW Phaeton, which engine ended up being in the Bentley Continental. The same technology of the W engine being in arguably the most advanced car of our era. Well, the most groundbreaking car of our era, the Veyron.
Yeah.
He's also the one that headed the company for the time when VW has owned Lamborghini. He's brought Lamborghini back to its feet, Bentley back to its feet. He's brought Porsche into the VW group and all this. So I know we talked a lot of crap about VW last week, but just really want to mention this as, a part of the show. Just rest in peace to a man who, although he had a lot of controversy surrounding him as well, who definitely made a huge imprint in the car world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was quite a visionary.
And then also, in other news, Jesse Combs, another person in the car world, passed away while trying to break a land speed record in a jet car. She was in Mythbusters and Overhauling, and my thoughts and prayers go out to these families as well.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to all these guys. You guys did stuff to make this little world of ours a little bit better, a little bit more fun.
So yeah, that brings us to the end of our show this week. Thank you all for listening. If you are, you could find us in a number of different places now. We're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on TuneIn, Google Podcasts. We have a Libsyn page. You could find us under the name The Curbside Podcast. We also have a Twitter handle, Curbside Pod, because I couldn't get the proper handle for that. And then facebook.com/The Curbside Podcast. And then just do a quick search on YouTube for The Curbside Podcast.
We're desperate, so that's why we have so many places.
Please find us, please. If you like this show, share it with your friends.
If you don't like it, still share it with your friends.
Yes. And then as of now, I think we'll be uploading every Wednesday at around probably early morning, 6:30. So you guys could listen on your way to work if you are so inclined. I want to thank Kid Dope for letting us use his song as our theme song. It's called Fast Cars and Wild Hearts. Again, I am Jeffrey Lai.
I'm Parth.
Drive safe, and remember, life is too short to drive boring cars.
Yes, sir.